Guys, I'm live right now. Talk to people. I gotta go do the thing.
Okay.
Guys, see,
Best actress, Renee Zellweger.
look at the
Judy.
chat. Or,
Um,
here, let me put the new one on.
I'm not.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Guys, if you're jumping in,
Bullshit. Bullshit.
guys, the phone died, so I had to jump off real quick. Michelle's gonna watch it. Renee Zellweger won for Judy. We missed
Why?
Best
I
Actress.
don't know. They should have
I
given
just
it
gotta-
to Harriet Tubman. They really should have.
She's like the last person I thought would win.
I know.
honestly.
Really, for reals. Bullshit. You can't be Judy Garland. Nobody can beat Judy Garland. Judy was just one of a kind. I get kind of offended when people try and be Judy Garland because you just can't.
It's too big shoes to fill.
She's just too big shoes, too big of shoes to fill. You were absolutely correct.
Me.
Exactly. Okay.
She's talking a long
yeah,
time.
she's talking too much. Fuck you, Renee Zellweger. You're
Renee,
overrated.
get off the stage.
Get off the stage. How do I refresh the chat? Wait, I think I got it. Trying to get the, I think I got the chat working. So there's like 3 people in there right now.
There's 5 now. Her face is plastic. Yeah, she definitely
Her face is plastic.
seems like she's got a bit of Botox in there.
Yep. Just a few facelifts. She needs bigger boobs. Her boobs are really small. They're not allowed to grab there.
Go say.
Shut up! Nobody cares!
Why is she bringing them into it? Looks like she's like shocked herself that she won, so now she's just blabbing all this
No,
shit.
it's all rigged. Blah, 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 blah.
Everybody wants to know Best Picture, Renee.
Yes, thank you. Get off the stage, Renee. Nobody cares, Renee. With your tiny boobs. Your sparkly, non-boobs.
I cannot believe she's still talking.
Yeah, she's still talking.
Hey guys, sorry. Sorry guys, thank you.
I tried to refresh it. I hope I did good.
Sorry guys, we had over 20 people the entire time, and I blow it at the end. Before, you guys that were in there earlier, before when my phone fell, I have it plugged into a power bank. It ripped itself out of the power bank, so when I plugged it back in, I didn't realize I had to restart the power bank. So this whole time I'm thinking, I got 3 battery lives of phone left. Like, it literally has enough in that thing to charge itself twice over. So I thought I was good for 9 hours. I leave that up for 3 football games in a row, which is 9 or 10 hours of footage. So, totally didn't realize.
Fuck you, Renee.
Renee Zellweger won.
Fuck you,
Why
Renee.
are you so angry at Renee Zellweger?
Because she's got small boobs and she's a terrible actress and she can't be Judy Garland.
My God. I leave Michelle alone for 5 minutes and she's hating. Get away! You know what that's what the whole movie is about. Renee Zellweger just like kept looking for the bottle. The whole movie, she's just chugging bottles. That's literally what it was. In the Judy movie, she's like a hardcore alcoholic and literally will like chug bottles and they'll be like, "You're on in 5 minutes." She's like, "I'll fucking do it." And she acts like, bleh. And she goes on stage. Yeah, she goes on stage. She's like, "You're a star." And she's like, she's perfect. They were saying that she could be like fucked up out of her mind on pills and alcohol, and she'd go and do her job. But then towards the end, she started getting older, and
then
she would.
like,
then she was going on stage, and people were like being like, "Hey, you look like you're a little drunk," and she's like, "Fuck you, asshole."
Yeah, I'm Judy Garland.
Yeah. So it was definitely an interesting movie. I still thought it was a good movie. I picked
Really?
Renee.
I never
Her
saw
face
it.
is plastic. Phoenix was practicing for Joker 2 in his speech. Are they not going to play her off? I don't think they did play her off. I think they just let her speak her piece.
They let her speak. Why? I don't
Ryan,
know.
who was the one that said that it was supposed to end? They were saying that the TV guide said it was over at 11. They still haven't even
I
done the
thought
best
it was
picture.
11 too.
I thought they normally go to 11:30, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I think what it is what? Do I have? Yeah, we'll wait till the show. We got
Well,
one more award.
Obviously.
And like we're gonna leave before Best Picture. Whatchamacallit?
What is that?
I think they always call it at 11, and then they always go to 11:30. I feel like that's like we're gonna be over at 11, but they know it never happens. I feel like they're always. Even in the beginning, I said it's on to 11:30 because I always remember the Oscars being like 3.5 hours, like a football game. All my football games, on average, 3.5 hours. I knew the Oscars would be the same. You look like a floating torso because your head is right out of camera.
Good.
So you should probably either
You
sit
didn't
down.
know she's a floating torso.
Literally, all you can see is from your neck down.
Oh, good. Then they could see these.
Judy was not good. I heard Judy wasn't very good. I didn't like Judy. I thought it was an interesting biography of a person, but the movie itself was pretty boring. I watched it with my mom and my dad. It was right after my mom got out of the hospital, and my mom fell asleep, and me and my dad kind of just finished watching it to see where they go with it. But it was definitely not the greatest movie.
Judy Garland. That's why nobody can fill her shoes.
My guide said 20 minutes ago it should end. They always run over the time. It's 20 minutes over now. It wasn't that great. But Renee, yeah, that's what I said. It wasn't that great, but Renee Zellweger was really good. Are you really going to walk away? The award is going to happen in 2 minutes.
I don't care
You missed the
anymore.
first
Renee
half,
made me have.
And you are going to leave
Renee
for the most
made me
important
mad.
award.
Renee made me mad, man.
Who is in the chat that is new? Because I'm doing a
Nobody
shot for
touches
somebody.
Judy Garland. That
Like
made me
the
mad.
Oscars in the name of Judy.
I was told it was not good by 2 gay men, so I think
Okay, I agree with that. You got it. The gay men know.
Who is that? Is that? She's
can't
limping.
see.
Whoever it is a little limping.
I don't think she's limping. I think she's just old.
No,
And
she's
very,
definitely favoring that
hard
leg.
I can't even see.
Oh, it's oh my God, Carol Burnett.
Oh, it is
Is it
Carol
really?
Burnett. Oh
Yes,
my God.
Isn't that Carol Burnett?
It is.
Is it? No. She looks like she had about 20 facelifts.
I'm pretty sure it's Carol Burnett from Annie.
No.
Oh no, it's
Fonda.
It's
Jane Fonda.
It's
Fonda.
it's that sitcom girl. You could turn the world on with her smile. Isn't that her?
Not Mary Tyler Moore.
Shirley?
No, Mary Tyler Moore.
No, Mary Tyler Moore died.
Who is this, guys?
She died.
It's Fonda.
Actually, it does look like Jane Fonda now.
Maybe because her dad just died.
Yes, Jane Fonda. I'm pretty sure it's Jane Fonda.
It is Jane Fonda. Jay Rizzo. I don't know why I thought that was Carol
It
Burnett.
does look like she did.
No.
All right, guys.
Carol
What are our
Burnett's
picks?
ancient.
What are our picks? Best Picture.
Oh God, it's
Here,
so hard.
now don't speak while I talk these. Because
Don't
there's
speak.
20 of them. No, there's not. There's 10 or something. Ford Ferrari, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Women, Marriage Story, 1917, Parasite, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 nominations.
Oh my God.
And they're all good. I enjoyed every one of them except the only one I didn't see on the whole list is Little Women. I saw every one of these movies except Little Women. I personally said in the beginning my favorite is Ford vs. Ferrari. That is my personal favorite of the year, but I do not think it'll win. I think Joker or
was really good.
Once Upon a Time, but guys, I'm going to have to go with Parasite because Parasite won everything. I don't think it should win, but Parasite just won Best Director, Best Screenplay, and Best International
usually
Film.
Best Director always wins.
Yes, and you already won Best International Film. You already won Director and Screenplay. Screenplay is the writing of the story. So they won for Best Story.
Hard. Joker looked like it was really good.
Joker if Joker won, I'd be shocked, but I think it should have a shot.
1917 looked really good, and Jojo Rabbit was really good.
Nobody beats Quentin.
I don't know.
Jay Rizzo, everyone give me your picks. Who you got? Jess, what are you doing?
I'm going Joker.
Joker for Jesse. What are you going?
I don't know. It's really hard.
Everyone in the chat, what do you got?
God.
Joker. Aaron's saying Joker, but probably going to be Parasite. Blue. Hey, we got a new one. Blue Abe. Is that Blue Abe RR? I'm doing a shot for you because you're new in the chat and I was waiting for a new person. So Blue Abe. Oh, and we got Kevin West. Parasite deserves to win. Great movie. I just saw Marriage Story last night. Fantastic, but I don't think it's got enough to win. 1917, beautiful, epic film of war, but I don't think it's got enough to win over the others either. I could see any of them winning. I enjoyed them all. I haven't seen Little Women, but all of them, like this was a long-running shot. Like, look how long the shot was.
Actually, you know what?
They're showing the long-running shot where he jumped out of the bunker and ran. It's literally like, look at what, this is all one shot. It's like 5 minutes long. But this was amazing too. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
This is a really tough year.
I told you guys, Ford, Ferrari, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood are my two favorite. Joker is probably my third. Those three are my favorite. So it's really hard for me to pick one of the three. But Cheers, shot before the award. That was for Blue Abe. Kevin West, are you still in here? I'll do one for you too. Kevin West, if you're still in here, welcome to the chat. I do shots for newcomers. Here it goes, guys. Here it goes.
And the Oscar goes to Parasite.
Parasite wins. Parasite sweeps all the major awards. They got screenplay, international film, best overall film, and director. All the major awards he got. They didn't have any nominations for actor or actress because it is a Korean film. But I guess, I mean, it still could, I guess you still could have, I don't know if that's ever happened. Have they ever had a Korean film actor as best actor or actress?
They had a French woman win.
Did they?
Marianne Cotillard won for La Vie en Rose.
And that was in
Best
France?
actress. No, best actress, the Oscars.
But I'm saying it was a film in France?
It was a French movie, yes.
Interesting.
I can never pronounce her name. You know, Marianne I don't know.
I know you're
You
talking
know what
about
I'm
now,
talking
yeah.
about.
Packing the bowl. Rollins, because he has to smoke a bong every time.
Bomb.
Bong hit. I mean,
It's from Bubble.
you know what I'm talking about. It should be foreign film. Well, Jay Rizzo, he won for foreign film too. They I don't know if you were in the room earlier, Jay, but he literally won for best foreign film earlier in this award show.
In my opinion, they should have given the Best Actress award to the woman who played Harriet Tubman.
That's who my mom had. But
Kind of pissed that they didn't give it to her. I don't know her name, but they should give it to her.
oh, they have a translator up there.
Yeah, 'cause they speak
Never
Korean.
has a foreign film won. Oh, this is the first time they wait. Didn't Roma win? Wasn't Roma? Oh no, Roma was in
I think it
Netflix.
was nominated, but I don't think it won.
Oh, that's right. It didn't win. Yes, you're right. So that is the first foreign film to ever win Best Picture. That's what they're saying. I'm actually surprised. I'm surprised a foreign film never won Best Picture. I guess they've been nominated because I know they've been nominated. First foreign language film to win Best. Oh, so not necessarily. I'm guessing it's foreign film, but it was also
Foreign language.
yeah foreign language.
I don't know Korean. I know Chinese. I know how to say thank you in Chinese, and I know how to say it in Japanese, but I don't know how to say it in Korean. I need to learn.
Woot woot! As half Korean, I'm so excited.
How do you say thank you in Korean?
I'm not gonna be able to read it.
Oh, I might be able to read it.
It's gonna
Just
look
write
like
it phonetically.
it's gonna look
Write
like
it phonetically, because like in Chinese it's she.
Blue Abe is a half Korean. Blue
Okay,
Abe, are
Blue
you
Abe.
from? Are-
How? He has to know.
Are you from around here? Are you? Because he might just be American. He might just be
He
half
said
Korean.
he's half Korean.
Yeah, but I'm half Italian. I don't know Italian.
You don't know how to say thank you in Italian?
If I thought about it, I was gonna say if I
Grazie.
thought about it, I could probably guess.
Grazie, prego, grazie.
Green Book won. Yeah, but Green Book wasn't a foreign film, was it? Green Book was made in America. Look, Rollin wrote something.
Oh, okay. Can you do it the
Look,
English
look,
phonetic
look.
version?
Come
But that's in
some-
Korean.
Or unless that's how you say it.
Wait, 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 wait.
Kamsamida?
Kamsamnida. Kamsamnida. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. Alright.
Joker was the only good movie this year.
Kamsamnida.
Wick Grimes. I like that. Like Rick Grimes from Walking Dead. Wick Grimes. Joker was the only good movie this year. The rest were trash. Wick Grimes. If you're still in the chat, give me a what's up. And if you like, subscribe and slap a like. Either way, I will do a shot for you, Wick Grimes, because I dig your name and I do shots for new people. The artist was a Weinstein. I'm from Philly, also Irish and Scottish. Yeah, see, he's from Philly. He's Korean, but he's from Philly. But he's also Irish and Scottish, so he's part Irish, Scottish, Korean from
What a nice
Philly.
mix.
And Rollin wrote like the phonetic way of saying it.
I can't read that. I don't have my glasses. Gamsamnida?
Joshua Johnson, I was saying Green Book won last year over. Oh, it won last year over Roma.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I'm like Green Book.
Yeah.
I'm like in my mind, I was like, there's no way that was a
I
foreign
thought you were
film.
talking about Green Book, the town.
No, Green Book.
Because
Yeah, yeah.
I guess we could live right next to it. I don't know.
No, I literally was like, I thought you thought it was foreign. I was like, it was literally a guy from New York with like a Brooklyn accent or something. Good job. He said you did a good job, however
Oh,
you said
okay.
it.
Cool.
The Artist silent French movie, it won on 2011 Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor. Oh, The Artist. The picture was called The Artist, the French movie. The French movie, The Artist.
Okay, the French movie I'm thinking of was with Marion Cotillard.
Well, he's saying, oh, that's different then.
Yeah, Lobby and Rose came out, I forget what year.
He's saying that The Artist won Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor 2011.
Yeah, okay, so Lobby and Rose came out some probably 2006, 2007, I don't know. But anyway, she won Best Actress.
Jane Fonda is giving us the wrap up. So Jane Fonda gave the last award and she says the goodbye. I'm guessing because Henry Fonda died this year. So maybe they gave her the honors because of her father.
Maybe.
All I know is that's it, guys. The Oscars are over. Parasite was the big winner. I don't think anyone got more than Parasite. Correct me if I'm wrong, people who've been with me the whole time. But without looking, I'm pretty sure Parasite got more than anybody. I think the next up, I know 1917 got like 2 or 3. Joker got 1. I know Ford Ferrari got 1 or 2. I'm pretty sure Parasite, I don't even think anyone got 3. Parasite got 4. So I don't think anyone even got 3. Pretty sure Parasite's the big winner. Memories of Murder was good too. Oh, they're talking about Bong Joon-ho has made some great films. Okja, Snowpiercer, The Host, Mother, Memories of Murder was good too. La Vie en Rose was really, really good.
Yeah, Lobby and Rose.
Although it probably mostly appealed to people who like Edith. That
Edith
girl.
Piaf.
Yes, and Michelle does like that person.
I do. I love Edith. Edith Piaf.
Foreign movies always kick our butt. Parasite got the most, I think. I can't smoke any more weed tonight. I'm tapped out. 1917 did get 3. Okay. Josh, I wasn't sure if it got 2 or 3, so it did get 3. So 1917 was right on their heels. Basically, that was the tiebreaker. They both had 3 till Best Picture. So, interesting to see. Joker got stiffed. That was a masterpiece of filmmaking. Joker
oh my
got
God, they're making fun of cats.
2. Joker did get 2. Oh, that's right, Joaquin Phoenix. I forgot. I'm thinking Joaquin Phoenix is the only
Harriet
one.
Tubman got snubbed.
Harriet Tubman got snubbed, says you. Joker got 2 awards. 1970 got 3. Parasite got 4. I think a couple people got 2. But that is it, my friends.
That's it.
Who
That's a
else?
wrap.
Who
Cut.
else? That's the big thing with Parasite was winning in the major categories, and 1917 was winning technical awards. True. Marriage Story didn't get anything, did it? No. I thought that doesn't surprise me. I thought it was I watched it last night, thought it was a really good movie, but I didn't think it was like award worthy. It was just like a very sad, well acted movie. But so many better options. Doesn't surprise me at all. I also wouldn't have been surprised if it did win, because it seems like an Academy type movie. But doesn't surprise me at all. Marriage Story won. Oh yeah, that's right. So that's right. Joshua's right. Laura Dern won for Marriage Story.
Yes, she won.
I totally forgot. Even though I knew Laura Dern won, I'm forgetting it's for Marriage Story. So Marriage Story did win, and that was deserved. That was the one that was deserved. So I will give it to that. I could have even seen Scarlett Johansson winning for Best Actress. But I didn't think Adam Driver was great, but I thought Joaquin Phoenix was way better. It's just as far as women, I think Scarlett Johansson had a
Harrison Ford.
had a decent shot at it. Tomorrow.
Harrison Ford's on Jimmy. Can we do?
He's gonna be. I'm at work. He's gonna be doing it for that new movie. He's doing it for the Call of the Wild or whatever.
I love Harrison Ford. I want to.
All right, Laura Dern did win. You get 10 awards for hosting. You get 10 awards for hosting. What does that mean? Am I missing something?
You get awards for hosting. We hosted.
Oh, you get. Aaron, I literally was thinking you was like the name of something. I am an insane person. Yes, the awards are over. They're doing like an after party over here. What is this? Some weird reality show.
Wow.
Netflix snubbery. Guys, if you saw in the beginning, I said I would not be surprised if Marriage Story wins nothing because it's a Netflix movie and the Academy doesn't want to make a thing out of getting Netflix movies award winners, because then everyone's going to be in an uproar like, you're ruining the theater and this and that because people don't have to go out of their house for Netflix. So Laura Dern was the one award I could see winning. The other one, maybe Scarlett Johansson, but she didn't win.
Fuck Renee Zellweger.
Zellweger won. So The Irishman was the only Best Picture nominee to get nothing. There we go, yes. That doesn't surprise me either. I said it was...
Netflix.
I thought it was good. Another Netflix movie, even though it had a short release in theaters. It did have a theater release, but only to like mom and pop theaters, and it was short. So that's another one that doesn't surprise me because not only was it a Netflix movie, but I also didn't think it was the greatest thing. I thought it was a good gangster flick, but it wasn't my favorite by far.
This,
Wolverine.
Okay. I thought I saw Wolverine.
Hugh Jackman?
Yes.
The Irishman and Marriage Story are both getting released on Blu-ray by the Criterion Collection later this year.
Interesting.
Doesn't surprise me. Is Lock and Key good? Jay Rizzo, we were talking about it earlier. Lock and Key I have not seen. Guys, if you're jumping in, we shot over 20 people really quick. If you're jumping in right now, the Academy Awards just ended, and the winner was Parasite. Parasite had the most wins of the entire award show. Screenplay, international film. It won Best Picture at the end there, and it also won Best Director. It got all the big ones. Wasn't nominated. I think it won pretty much almost everything it was nominated for, except for like some technical stuff. But it won all the big ones. Movie theaters have ruined movie theaters. Movie theaters have ruined movie theaters. I stopped going to them long before Netflix. I can see that, Steph.
They're so expensive.
Yeah, they are very expensive, but I still go all the time because I make like, it's like my thing to do when I go out. Like, instead of going out to the bars and drinking now, I go to the theater and drink there. Hey, I've got to go to bed, and I'm going to watch your Barry season 2. Aaron Schneider, am I saying that right? Is that, or it's that Sidner? How do you say that? I keep saying Schneider, but that's not. Seidner. Aaron Seidner, check it out. The next one is the big one. I've already finished season 2. It's on Patreon. The next one's the big one, but this one was very good. I love this episode. Guys, if you're jumping in, Academy Awards just ended. Parasite won Best Picture. I see a lot of people jumping in and out, so I'm trying to let people know. We like popped from like a double digits to like over 20, almost 30 people, and it's going up and down and up and down. I think people are jumping in to just find out who won. And Parasite won Best Picture. You got any questions, ask me. Anyone new to the chat, jump in and ask me if you have any questions. I know every award winner. We watched the whole thing, and the show's over now, so we're kind of just chatting. Best dressed is Michelle, Jay Skills says.
Oh, yeah.
Lady of the Night is challenging. Oh, we got Danny Beauty Zone is new to the chat. Lady on the right is channeling the love child of Arthur Fleck and Harley Quinn. Good job, guys. Danny Beauty Zone. Danny Beauty Zone, if you're still here, I will do a shot for you because I do new ones for everyone in the chat. So Danny Beauty Zone, If you're still here, you are fun to watch, both of you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to do a shout for you. Slap a like and subscribe if you want. We do these all the time. I also do a million other videos that aren't live streams, but we usually do these together from now on. So cheers to you, Danny.
I drank a lot of that.
Oh my God. I'm starting to take bigger shots because it's getting late and I figure I might as well get drunk now. It's Sign de Noor. That's how he said it. It's Sign de Noor. Sign, I'm going to say it's Sign de Noor. I don't know how to say that. Sign de Near.
No.
Sign de Near.
No.
Sign de Near? Sorry, Aaron.
Signer.
Yeah, but
Signer.
he's
It's
spelling,
Signer.
but he's doing it phonetically. Sign. He's spelling
No,
it
it's not
himself.
sign. It's an H. It's Signer.
Oh my God, I am an idiot. Yes, you're right. Thank God I have her. I literally thought that it was an N. That's how bad my vision is right now.
Stop drinking so much.
Watch. The funny thing is, I'm not even drunk. I
I'm
barely
kidding.
drank.
I'm
It's like
kidding.
watch Glow, Jay Rizzo. Oh wait, we gotta go back. We missed something. I need 3 good shows to watch on Netflix. Oh, Jay Rizzo said I need 3 good shows to watch on Netflix. Asked about Lock and Key. Steph said watch Glow.
Yeah, I heard good things.
Jay Rizzo, I just recently watched Unbelievable. My sister recommended it to me. And it was a true story about a girl who gets raped and then goes to the police. And then it is not ruining anything because it's in the first episode. She gets raped in real life and goes to the police. And they think she's lying and kind of force her into changing her story. And it's an 8-part miniseries about it. And it's based off a true story. Very cool stuff. If you want like something that's a quick, easy watch, they're like 30 minutes each. And it's 1 season because it's a true story. And it's over and done in 8 episodes.
Age of Resistance. Dark Crystal.
Age of Resistance, Dark Crystal, she's a big fan of. I haven't seen it yet.
It's so
I got to
good.
recap Dark Crystal, the movie. But yes,
We'll
I
get
heard many good things. Stephanie, I've seen all 3 seasons of Glow. I haven't seen Glow, guys.
I've
Glow
heard
is the
really
female
good
wrestling
things.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know if you knew about it.
Yeah, I know. I've heard really good things.
Yeah, Prost from Germany. Danny Beauty Zone. You have fun. What is Prost from Germany? Danny Beauty Zone said that. Guys, if you're jumping in now, Oscars are over. Parasite won the big award. They were the big winner of the night. If you have any questions about anything
I
else,
don't know, but Guten Tag.
it should-
Danke Shane.
it's 5:50 in the morning here. Oh, so you're actually Danny Beauty Zone. You're actually in Germany. I guess that's what you're saying.
Ganz meinerseits.
Oh, so Prost must be like hi? Is Prost like hello
No.
or something?
I think maybe that's a place. I only know like 3 words in German.
Oh. How good is Dark Crystal, Jay Rizzo said.
That awesome. It's super awesome. I like it because it's actually, if you look at it compared to like other, if you look at it as, it's a piece of art. There's really no way. It's a really, really good piece of art because of the cinematography, the costumes, the puppets. It's just really amazing all around. And I look at it as a very, very good piece of art.
Sorry to cut you off.
No.
Danny Beauty Zone said Prost is like saying salute or cheers.
Oh,
It's
okay.
cheers.
Prost,
Cheers.
okay.
Prost.
Cheers.
Prost.
Prost.
All right. And she is from Germany. It's 5:40 where she is. Well, good morning to you then. You're getting up for work. My God, thank God it's not 5:40 here. I would be in bad shape. I got
We're
work tomorrow.
probably gonna stay up that late.
Well, I mean, yeah. But at least I'll be in a different condition.
Yeah.
I'll be like half retarded by then. Right now I like barely. I feel like you did a number on this bottle because I feel like I didn't have that much unless it's gonna hit me really
I
soon.
definitely did a number on the bottle, not you.
What about Dark or The Rain? Steph always preaches to me about The Dark. I mean, not The Dark, Dark. It's a show on Netflix, German. It's a German show that's kind of like Supernatural or something like that. I watched 5 minutes of it, immediately was into it, and then I stopped watching because I wanted to react to it. But Dark is a German supernatural show, I guess I say. That's the best way I can put it because I don't know. The
I
Rain.
go to Germany.
I don't know what The Rain is. On Netflix, I never heard of The Rain. Another show Steph recommends. Season 4 of Glow will be its last. Glove, I love the 80s. I gotta watch Glow because I love the 80s
We should
and I
watch
hear
that.
I hear great things. Maybe me and Michelle watch it because we keep trying to think of a show we could watch together that we
still
both.
have to watch Unusual.
Yeah, I still got to get her to watch The Usual Suspects. She has not seen Usual Suspects. We started watching it like 2 weeks ago. I was going to record it, but then we just got caught up with other things. So I got to catch that. But Dark, I definitely want to react to. Danny Beauty Zone, who's from Germany, said, Dark is half good, and I am German. I preferred the OA to Dark. What's OA? Danny Beauty Zone, what is OA? You have to think German when saying my name. E before I is like... Just... You read that again. I can't... I'm so good at pronunciation. I mean, I'm so bad at pronunciation.
That's like a Danish show, post-apocalyptic.
I'm bad at...
Morgan, now luckily you have a free day.
I'm already bad at pronunciation.
No, go back.
No, it was one of the last ones.
When you drink like cheers.
It was literally one of the very last ones.
It says Willie Rankin Curve, AHS, 1984. Raina's Danish show, post-apocalyptic. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like, it should be right there.
Which one are you looking at?
Unless it's scroll. Oh no, it's already scrolled. That's why. It scrolled that fast. It's like one
You have
before
to
the
think
last.
German. Seidner.
Yeah.
Seidner.
By the time you looked, it was already scrolled.
Yeah,
gone.
Seidner.
Seidner. Is she right? Is she right? Seidner. Seidner. I think she's right. That sounds right. Seidner.
I have a thing for linguistics.
I'll trust you. So
I like linguistics. I
He
like
said
languages.
he said you have to pronounce it like it's I before E. Is that what he said? Or I?
Seidner.
E before I. So Seidner.
Seidner.
I think she's right. Seidner. I'm going to go with that.
Confusing
from
me now.
Guten Morgen. No, luckily I have a free day tomorrow. Good for you.
Yeah.
Prost if when you drink like cheers. Prost is for when you drink like
Yeah.
cheers. Got that, Danny. Watch you with Michelle. Watch. Oh, I think you mean watch Glee. Will you be? Oh, wait, where'd it go? Watch You with Michelle. Jay Rizzo.
You, the TV show You.
Is that really a thing? Oh, I literally was gonna say, is You a show?
Yeah, isn't that the one with the guy from Gossip Girl who kills everyone?
Oh, it might be. I don't know.
That's the guy with. That's the show with the guy. What's his name?
Jay Rizzo. I literally thought you meant you were gonna watch
No, the
me
name
and
of the-
Michelle.
No, the name of the show is You.
Oh, I gotta check that out. I don't know what that is.
Jesse watches that show.
Oh, maybe I did hear about it.
Yeah, it's the one with. Penn
So
and
many shows,
Badgley.
guys. Will you be reacting to Curb tomorrow? Rollins666. I will definitely get Curb out tomorrow. Patreon gets it first. Usually I get it out on Patreon and then I chop it up and get it on YouTube the same day for Curb. Curb Your Enthusiasm, I try to get out ASAP because it's a live new show. The older ones I kind of take my time on. But Curb, I will definitely get out on Patreon tomorrow. Last week, it took me 2 days to get it up on the channel because I just didn't have enough time with work. So, I'll definitely get Curb on Patreon tomorrow, but I don't know if I'll get it on YouTube. I probably will. We'll see how things go. But I will probably get it on YouTube and Patreon, definitely Patreon. The new episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm. It already aired. It airs at 10:30. So I missed it watching the Oscars, but we will definitely get it out between now and Wednesday. If I don't get it out tomorrow, I'll do it Tuesday, and if not Tuesday, I'm off Wednesday night, and I'll definitely get it out Wednesday. But I feel like I will have time tomorrow before work to get it out. Patrick O'Malley. What is Dunny? What does that say? Let me go back first. American Horror Story 1984. Danny, I saw all of American Horror Story except the last 2 seasons. I missed this past season, unless it's still going. It might still be going. American Horror Story 84. Is it over yet? I think it's done, but it might not be done yet. If it isn't, I haven't seen it, and I didn't see last season when they had, like, the end of the world type thing. I saw the very first episode, and then that was it. I never saw anything else. So, guys, if you're jumping in the chat, I see the numbers are rocketing up every now and then. The Oscars are over. Parasite won Best Picture. You got any other questions, let me know. I'm running through the chat. There's just a couple dozen people that keep jumping in and out, so I want to make sure they understand. The reason you don't see anything or hear anything is because the Oscars are over. But Parasite won, trying to catch up. The Rain is a Danish show, post-apocalyptic. That interests me. I love post-apocalyptic stuff. OA was a show that was canceled after 2 seasons. It's literally just called OA. I thought it was abbreviation for something. Patrick O'Malley, Dani, ? I don't know what that means. It literally is DHANE ? I mean, there's nothing really to look at or explain. It's just two. I don't know.
No,
But I don't have time because I got to catch up on chat. So, Patrick O'Malley, let me know what that meant if you're still here because I have no clue what that meant. But just watched Bandersnatch. My head was hurting. Bandersnatch was pretty cool, but I could see that. It kind of runs around in circles. Guys, like I said before, over 20 people just jumped in again.
That's a lot
So
of people.
if you're jumping in the chat, the Oscars are over. Parasite won. You got any questions about anything, hit me up. Let me know on the chat. I'll let you know who won what award. I have literally the sheets in front of me. And we literally played along and picked and guessed. We circled the ones that won and checkmarked the ones that we did and stuff. You guys any questions, ask. Supernatural Mindbender show. The OA is on Netflix. Brad Pitt was a producer.
What?
I never heard of it. That's it. Oh, that's it. So however you said Aaron's name is right.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember? Seidner? Seidner, right? Seidner.
You got me all confused.
No, it was Seidner. Seidner. Bandersnatch was lovely. Hope you got the right version, though. Oh, yeah, Bandersnatch, I played through many times. The first couple times, did you ever hear Bandersnatch?
I don't know. I'm too drunk right now.
Bandersnatch was the Netflix show that was Black Mirror, where they did like a movie where it was choose your own adventure. You can literally go through, and every time you go through, it's like a different story, and it actually changes on you. So you can't even remember the way to go, because it sometimes will change, and even if you remember the right path, you'll fucking die. So really clever stuff. It had famous people in it, too. It's something you probably like. I'm surprised you have Netflix. I'm surprised you didn't see it.
I know, because I don't watch TV because I'm a weirdo.
You is the I keep saying the you because it's capitalized in the beginning of the sentence, so I keep thinking you're talking about me. You is the stalker show on Netflix.
Yes.
You will be hooked in one episode.
Yeah.
Jay Rizzo said.
Penn Badgley, that was the one I was telling you.
Jay Rizzo
Jesse
said
watched
one
it.
episode you're hooked. So maybe I'll have to check out you. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll check
You can watch that.
Jay Rizzo. Well, it's Netflix, so it's all on one season, I guess. Every time you say Michelle, I think you're calling me Michelle. Are you on 1L or 2L? She's 1L, Michelle.
Yep, 1L.
1L, Michelle. Blue Abe, every time. Why? Is your name Michelle, too? That's the one from the Korean. That's half Irish, half...
Oh, okay.
Is your name Michelle, too, or you're just saying... I don't know. Your name's got to be Michelle, too. Sinner has it, because you're not from overseas. 21 people in the chat now. It's building higher, so I'm letting people know Oscars are over. Parasite won. If you got any questions, write them. I'm catching up in the chat. It's just a lot of questions are coming out now. Sinner has a very similar vibe like first act of Joker. I heard of Sinner, but I've never seen that either. Danny Beauty Zone, I stopped after he left with his mum. I don't know what that means because I haven't seen it. Yeah, because it's in the show, I guess. Yeah, mum.
Mom, that means mom.
Yeah, I know that. I'm saying I don't know what I just don't know the reference because I haven't seen the show. Watch Animal Kingdom. I haven't seen that either, unless you mean the channel. Animal Kingdom, the channel. 84 is done, so American Horror Story is over. Gotta catch up on that. The last two were especially good. Both are done. I guess you're talking about American Horror Story. You got the happy end, bravo. At J, you got, you. See, now I don't know if you're talking about the show or me, because it says you got the happy end, but it might be you, the show. Getting all sorts of confused, guys, but I'm loving it. I liked Animal Kingdom, but I've never seen the TV series. Neither have I. Patrick O'Malley. I liked how Zazie Beetz was able to pronounce her name correctly during the Oscars. Beetz equals Bates. Like Beethoven. Really? Zazie Bates? Her name is actually Zazie? That's crazy. And she said it, Patrick said, so it's got to be right. Zazie Beetz. Zazie Bates? I've never heard it said as Bates. I've always heard it said Beetz. Even in interviews, I've seen her in many interviews. Everyone always calls her Zazie Beetz. Patrick O'Malley, did I do a shot for you yet? Because you might get one. I think Dani is the pronunciation of my name. Danny. Oh. Dani was just a German pronunciation of Danny. Patrick, everyone's coming full circle now. So it's Dani.
Dani.
I got you.
Ganz meiner Seite.
At
I'm
Patrick.
probably not pronouncing that right either, but ganz meiner Seite, Dani.
and pronunciation of Danny, and Danny is saying sweet and thank you to Patrick. Yeah, sweet. Did you watch the Miley Cyrus episode or the gay fighting one of Black Mirror? I've not seen the newer season of Black Mirror, guys. The Miley Cyrus one I didn't see. The gay fighting one, I don't know. If that's the new season, then I didn't see it. But I've seen everything up to the newest season. I've seen everything up to the newest and Bandersnatch, but I never saw the newest season. Unless there's 2 new seasons. The Miley Cyrus one was the one I stopped on. I thought that was the last season, but maybe I'm wrong.
Party in the USA.
Party in the USA. I thought Mr. Robot would have a Bandersnatch ending, like Elliot would have. I'm almost afraid, Denis, I'm not going to read the end of that comment because I only saw season 1 of Mr. Robot. I feel like you would love that. Have you seen Mr. Robot?
I don't know what
It's
you're
such
talking
a
about.
tech show. It's
Oh, then I
Rami
would
Malek.
definitely like it.
It's Rami Malek from Bohemian Rhapsody
Yes.
and Christian Slater.
Oh, I
It's his
love
protege.
Christian
And
Slater.
it's total like a techie movie.
Ah,
A techie
definitely.
TV show.
Okay.
It's a
Do they,
techie
like, build
show.
computers and
Yeah,
talk
he
about, like,
literally-
zeros and ones and
He's
binary
literally a
code?
hacker genius, and Christian Slater is a bigger hacker genius. And there's how many seasons, guys? 4 seasons? I only saw season 1. I finished season 1, and then it was another one of those shows where I just like kind of stopped watching it because I forgot it restarted. But Blue Abe is Michelle, but with 2 L's. I thought
Wells, awesome.
Netflix series you has a 3rd season coming, 2021. So You is already in 2 seasons? See, I didn't even know.
That.
I thought it was brand new. So You already has a 3rd season coming, 2021. Ozark is in March. Fargo is coming also. Guys, Rizzo specifically. Rizzo, I've never seen Ozark. I've never seen Fargo, and I've never seen You. Ozark,
Yeah,
my
I want
parents
to.
watched and praised about it. Fargo, I know is a very, very successful show, but I've never got around to it. But yeah, I've never seen any of the 3. Did you watch Watchmen, Rollin? No, I haven't seen Watchmen either.
Gotta watch
That and The Boys are big ones I want to catch up on too. It is, guys, when I used to watch shows like you guys probably do, I would binge watch a season a day. But now there's so many ones I want to react to. If I react to a show, it usually takes me like a solid month or 2. Like The Wire took me 8 months, but The Wire was 5 seasons, and I just started YouTube, so I was not used to the whole format. The Wire took me 8 months for 5 seasons, so it takes me roughly a month or 2 per season. Now I'd say I could finish a season in a month. Like Barry, I finished season 2 in under a month. You guys haven't seen it yet because it's all on Patreon. I'm trying to edit them up. But the reason Patreon is so far ahead isn't because I'm trying to make money or I hate YouTube. It's because I could put up full reactions on Patreon. So if I feel like watching a show, I'll watch it and then throw it right on Patreon. And then if I get a chance, I edit it up. But I try to focus on my main shows. Right now, my main shows are Deadwood, Barry, Always Sunny, and Adventure Time, and The Misfits. Those 5. So I try to be fair with them. But I also want to start, like, once Life on Mars is on Patreon right now. You guys that aren't Patreon people don't know that. But Life on Mars, I'm up to episode 4. Next week starts episode 4. Once I hit episode 5, I'm going to start chopping them up and throwing them on YouTube. Because I'm loving the show and I want people to follow along. But I want to get 5 episodes ahead before I throw them up on YouTube. So the Patreon exclusives are giving me like a grace period to sort of get a head start. And then once I hit episode 5 or 6, I'm going to start throwing them up on YouTube. So you guys will see them eventually. But Life on Mars, Fringe, Star Trek Discovery, all those shows are going to start popping up on YouTube. By the time I hit episode 5 or 6 on those shows, I'll probably be done with Barry and other shows too. So it's a catch-up game, guys. That's why shows like Unbelievable the other day, I'll watch the shows that I'm unsure of on Netflix, I'll binge watch because I can't watch everything and I'm running out of time. So I watched Unbelievable. It was a great show, but I can't react to everything. Zazie Bates, as she likes to be called, is actually also German. I learned today. Really? Did not know that. Did you watch The Watchmen on HBO? I saw that. She would love Darlene the way she seems to be. Homecoming on Prime is another good one. Some creator / writer same creator slash writer as Mr. Robot. Denis, I took a shot for you, right? I think I did. Patrick O'Malley, I know you jumped back into the chat or you were already here and it took me a while to catch up. Who did I not take a shot for? Because I will take one more shot and then I think we're going to talk for like another 10 minutes and then I'm going to call it a night. Because I've been on since 7:45. I am starving. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I've been on for almost 5 hours. So I'm going to take a shot, and then I'm going to talk a little more, and then we're going to call it a night. But Fargo is Breaking Bad levels great. I heard so. That's Rollin 666. Ozark is excellent. Season 3 is March. See, whenever I hear that, I want to try to catch up. But there's no way I'll be able to catch up in time. I have 1 month to watch 2 seasons and edit them up. So it's like one of the things where like I could watch it on like Patreon, but like it wouldn't really matter because the channel itself wouldn't benefit from it. So it's just it's probably I try like Altered Carbon. Those of you who weren't in here earlier, Altered Carbon season 2 starts February 27th. I am 100% starting it. I think by the time that starts, I might have Barry done on YouTube. I'm already done on Patreon. I might have it done on YouTube. So I'm trying to finish a show before I start a show. And I got 3 more episodes left of Barry, or 4 more on YouTube. And I got about 2 weeks or 2.5 weeks before Altered Carbon. So my plan is to try to get Barry done before I start Altered Carbon. But either way, I'm doing Altered Carbon on Patreon. I'll try to chop them up real quick and throw them on YouTube too. Better Call Saul season 5 drops in 2 weeks. Yeah, see, Rollin 666. One of the first shows I did on my channel was Better Call Saul, but I was so unfamiliar with editing that I kept getting copyright strike. And The Wire, even though that was my first show, HBO is very kind about copyright strikes. So I was able to get away with murder for The Wire, basically. Recently, I don't know if you guys knew, but the first 2.5 seasons of The Wire was blocked on my channel for months, and I didn't even know it because I haven't gone back. I've been doing so much new stuff and getting Patreon ready that I didn't realize that they blocked my first 2 seasons of The Wire. But I went back, I wrote and disputed every one, and they're all back on now. So you guys could see all The Wire in all their glory. But the True Detective, Deadwood, The Wire, all these HBO shows started getting flagged. Now they're all good. They're all up and full, so we're all good. How do you keep up? Aaron?
I don't know how you do it.
Aaron, it's a lot of work. That's what I'm saying. Like, it was hard for me to keep up when I just binge watched for myself. Now I've got to, like, remember where I'm at on certain shows and what shows I started and what shows I didn't and editing them up. And then if the worst is when I literally on Fridays, I do Patreon. I do all the new episodes. So right now, for instance, I'm on season 3 of Misfits right now. I'm already on season 3 of Misfits. Patreon didn't even see any season 2 yet. I just did the finale of season 1 on YouTube. I'm already on season 3 on Patreon. So that goes to show how far ahead I am. Deadwood, I'm almost done with season 2, and I just finished season 1 on YouTube. So Patreon is way ahead of everything else. It's just easier for me to throw up. But my point being, like the other day, I did episode 7 of Deadwood. But I just finished season 1 on YouTube. Jesus Christ, that scared the shit out of me.
Sorry.
Season 1 of Deadwood just ended on my channel. But I just watched episode 7 of Deadwood on season 2. So, like, doing intros and exits is so difficult now that I'm that far ahead. Because I'm 7 or 8 episodes ahead. And I'm like, oh, I got to do the intro and the exit. And I don't want to, like, spoil things that people haven't. But, like, it all sort of works out in the end. But it is very complicated to, like, figure out and see. How do you keep up? You inspire me to do reaction channel. I could feel your enthusiasm. Denis, I literally was the same way. I started doing this because all I watched, I stopped drinking a couple years ago heavily. This might seem heavily to you guys, but I used to drink like a bottle a day. Like this bottle would have been gone 2 years ago. I've learned how to pace myself. Used to drink very heavily. I would go out every night, 7 days a week to the bar with my friends. And I stopped. One day I was just like, I need to slow it down. So YouTube was kind of a way for me to funnel my energy into and like get my like basically all my friends drank. So it was either I drink or do nothing. And I was like, I got to find something to occupy my time that doesn't involve other people because I had no one around me that didn't drink at that time. So I started YouTube, and all I did was watch other reactors. Those of you who don't know, Lost, my favorite show of all time. Game of Thrones was one of my favorite of all time till the last season. Sopranos, stuff like that. All these shows got reactors out the wazoo. So I started watching reactors to catch up on shows that I had forgotten about or new shows that I hadn't seen or was watching along with. And it made me want to do it myself. So Denis, I totally understand why it inspires you. Other reactors inspired me, so it totally makes sense. But I thank you. That's a big compliment. I thank you. Life on Mars got a terrible American remake that was canceled after season 1. Roland, I'm pretty sure it's 2 seasons, Roland, because Jay Skills is the one that recommended it to me, and he told me the same thing. And I think he said it's 2 seasons. Harvey Keitel and Michael Imperiali. Cheers, man. On another glass of wine myself. Patrick O'Malley. So I didn't do a shot for you. So this is Patrick O'Malley. Going to take a break from the chat. I'm going to take a break from the chat. I'm going to take a break from the chat and take a shot.
You're gonna have a shot.
I combine shot and shot.
Shot and
Shot
shot.
and shot.
Shot and shot.
Patrick O'Malley, this is for you. New to the chat, slap a like, subscribe, join us for more. We try to do one once a week, whatever the event is. Last week was Super Bowl. Every week before that, I did every regular season game of football and every playoff game. But now football's over. We did Oscars this week. Next week, guys, I'm doing Daytona. If you want to join, Robbie's going to do it with me and Jesse too. We're going to do Daytona 500 next week. Michelle will probably join us too. But we try to do something interesting each week. Next week's Daytona. The week after that is, I think, Tyson Fury, the boxing match.
Interesting.
I'm pretty sure
Okay,
it's that.
Totally down.
So like I said, guys, if you want to subscribe and like and join and everything, we do something interesting each week. It's always a little different. We're very vast and wide with the things we do. So before I forget again, Patrick O'Malley, cheers to you, my friend.
Cheers. Salute. Prost.
Prost. I forgot. Denise told me to say prost next time. Yeah, you did it. Michelle reminded me. Good job. See, that's why she's there. She might be drunk, but she
Very.
does remind me of things.
Very.
I see a new person here. Unbeheld. Did you watch Parasite yet? Unbeheld. Are you still in the chat? And yes, I did. We've been talking about it all night.
I have not.
Loved it.
You've seen it. I haven't.
She hasn't seen it. I've seen it multiple times. I've seen it in Korean. I've seen it in English with subtitles. I just watched it earlier today. I rewatched it with my parents because they'd never seen it. We had a copy that didn't even have subtitles. So I'm not even kidding you. My parents watched the Parasite movie
With
in Korean
just
with no
Korean.
subtitles, and I translated it for them. Because I've seen it 2 or 3 times at this point, so I pretty much know step by step what's happening. So I literally sat there and explained scene by scene what was going on, because my parents love the Oscars, and were basically like, we need to know what's going on, and Parasite's probably going to win. And I even told them, don't be surprised if Parasite doesn't win anything. Even though it's a phenomenal movie, I just didn't think it'd win a whole lot because it's a foreign film and people aren't that familiar with it outside of movie love. So I literally, this afternoon, rewatched Parasite in full, in Korean without subtitles, and basically translated it for my parents. It was actually kind of fun though, because it made me have to really pay attention to focus on the scenes and what was going on. And it actually surprised me how much I remembered. Like, I literally could, like, tell you step by step everything in that movie at this point. So, anyway, back to the chat. I'm way behind now. There's a lot of comments, guys. Very happy you guys are commenting, though. This is the most action we've had in the chat after the chat's over in a while. So, Patrick O'Mara, cheers, man. I'm on another glass of wine. Jake, still on, hands down, are Ozark, The Boys, Narcos, The Witcher, and I can keep going. I've seen Narcos, The Witcher.
The Witcher's really good.
The Witcher is another one we got to see. Anything that's newer, I probably haven't seen because I'm trying to finish older shows before I start
There's
newer.
not enough time in the day.
I told people in other live streams that my goal now is to finish my older shows, and what I'll probably do is when newer shows come out like Altered Carbon, I'm gonna do. But shows I've missed like The Boys and The Witcher and stuff like that, they're all gonna probably get season 2s. I'm gonna wait till season 2s are coming out and then start watching season 1s, but with enough time where by the time I'm done, it goes right into season 2. Because at this point, I missed the bandwagon. Like The Boys, everyone and their mother reacted to it. I saw every reactor on YouTube react to The Boys, and I missed the boat. And even though I want to see it, I feel like I'll get more of a fan base if I wait till season 2 gets announced. That way I can enjoy it, and then I'll go right into season 2, and we'll already have people like hyped up for it. I feel like starting a show that's new and hyped months after it came out kind of defeats the purpose, especially when I got so many other options. So it's all about numbers at this point. I want to do things that more people want to watch because I already have lots of subscribers. We have tons of friends in the chat all the time. So I'm trying to just build on shows that are current. I want to do Altered Carbon. I want to do Cobra Kai season 3 when it starts. I want to do like the newer shows. Barry season 3 is going to be starting soon. So I don't want to start like The Boys and Watchmen. I don't want to start these shows when I know other shows are coming out that I need to watch and prepare for. Because Cobra Kai is one of my favorite shows of recent time. Westworld 3 is starting soon. Those two right there, two of my favorite shows of recent times. But we also got Barry season 3, which I just finished season 2. So I want to kind of like do it in a order that I see fit to work. When you finish Deadwood, are you going to do a reaction to Deadwood movie? Rollin, 100%. Deadwood season 2 is going to be done by the end of February. I'll be into season 3. So by the end of this month, I'll be through season 2 and into season 3, and then I will be doing the movie when it's all done. I think I'll take a shot now, Jay Rizzo says. I have not seen the show Power, but news just broke that Power is getting 4 spin-off shows. Seems like a little much. Holy crap. I've seen Power. Have you? Power?
I've never even heard of it.
Power is on Stars. It's a 50 Cent show. 50 Cent makes it. But it's like a crime drama, drug involved, like clubs, stuff like that in New York.
I missed out on everything.
I saw the first 2 seasons, guys. Loved it, but yet again, it's one of those shows where I just had so much shows watching and stuff. I'm at least into season 2 or 3. I cannot remember, but I'm way behind on Power. Loved it though. All right, good night. I'll check out Patreon. I enjoy your vids. Peace. Aaron Sidner, take care.
Adios, amigo.
Rollins666. Yes, Power is it. Power. It does deserve 4 spinoffs. Jay Rizzo, I loved it, but 4 spinoffs is a lot for any show.
That's a lot.
I don't like Game of Thrones said something like they were going to do 2 or 3, and people thought that was crazy. That's a lot of spinoffs, especially for a show that isn't as popularly known. Like, I know Power. She just said herself she never even heard of it. I'm willing to bet them.
Don't listen to me. I
But
don't
I'm-
have cable.
But I'm willing to bet the majority of people have never heard of it. Like, I've talked to people before, and a lot of people I know haven't heard of it. Patrick O'Malley, thumbs up. Unbeheld, nice. Cheers, mate. I'm drinking a shot myself. Unbeheld, welcome. After I catch up, Unbeheld, I'm going to do a private shot. I'm going to do a shot for you because I did one for Patrick O'Malley. Look at my name. Haha. Prost Patty. Look at my name. Ha ha ha. Denis Beauty Zone. I don't know if I'm missing something. Look at my name. Ha ha ha. Prost. Cheers, Patty. Patty must have said something earlier that I'm missing. I'm like, get it. Cheers, man. I'm gonna. Either I'm missing something or I'm just forgetting something spoken earlier. No big deal. I work at a bar and quit drinking. It kills me every time I walk in the door. I would quit, but the money is too good. That's why I smoke bud. Keep up the good fight, ViewMasters. I know it can be hard. Rollins666, I appreciate it. Like I said, I got a grasp on my drinking now. Like, I could have a shot or 2, and I'm good, and then I'll go, like, weeks without drinking. Football season gets me ramped up, and I tend to drink every week. But I only drink on football nights. So I've definitely got it under control. Like I said, I used to do a good, like Rollin, I don't know how bad you are, dude, but I used to drink literally one of these a day. Not of gin, of whiskey. One a day without fail, sometimes more. That's like no joke. I would kill a 750 milliliter bottle a day, sometimes more. I would always have a handle at my house just in case I tapped into more. But it wasn't like I just had every friend I had in my life and my girlfriend at the time were heavy drinkers. And I'm 38. Everyone was always 10 years younger than me. So I'm talking like 5 years ago this used to happen. So when I was 33, everyone I partied with was 23 and my girlfriend was 23. So I literally would party like a college kid and I would drink bottles a day. It wasn't that like I was like, I can't not drink. It was just like the lifestyle I lived. So I thank you, Rollin, for the support. But yeah, I've got it under control. It's just one of those things. Now that I do YouTube and I have my whole thing done, like I don't have to care too much. I do a shot when I want a shot. Toast to you, Denis. Preacher is a good series. 4 seasons, 43 episodes long. Rollin, that's another one. My parents, my sister, and one of my best friends who lives in Arizona, Pete, that I told you about, they all preach about the Preacher. That wasn't even a pun. I was all going to say they praise, but then I said preach. But they all freak about Preacher. And I've not seen a single episode. I know all about it because when Preacher used to air, I think it was FX. It was either FX or AMC. Whatever channel it was, a show I watched religiously came on right before it. And I think it was Walking Dead. It might have been Walking Dead. If it wasn't Walking Dead, it was FX and it was Always Sunny or American Horror Story. But one of those shows I would watch and then Preacher would come on right after and I would always like turn it off because I didn't want to ruin it. There's a bunch of hidden gems that has Unbeheld again. There's a bunch of hidden gems that have barely any reactors as well. If you're a fan of Anthony Starr of The Boys, then you should check out Banshee. Unbeheld. Steph, who's in the chat, or she might have went to sleep, but I think Steph's still in here. She is a patron who, on my Patreon, if you're a certain tier level, you can request your own shows. Steph every month gets to request her own show of choice, 1 episode. So her first episode of choice was Banshee. So on my Patreon is my reaction to the first episode in full, not chopped up at all, not edited, full reaction to the first episode of Banshee on my Patreon only. Like I was saying earlier, once I catch up on the shows that are YouTube, I'll start getting them out there. But there's a couple episodes of Fringe, 1 episode of Banshee, couple episodes of Star Trek Discovery, and I'm almost halfway through Life on Mars Season 1. But all those are Patreon exclusives. But yes, I did not know that it was by the guy that did The Boys. But very clever, very interesting to know. Though it's very graphic, it's Pulp Fiction on crack. I really did like it too. It's basically a cop drama that's ramped up, like you basically just said. But yeah, Unbeheld, there is 1 episode full reaction on my Patreon, and I will continue it. I'm not going to stop. It's just right now, those are for people that subscribe to tier levels that request episodes. And right now, she did Banshee, and then shortly after, she wanted me to do Fringe, and then this month, she wants me to do Spaced. It will only be popping up on Patreon, and I'm told it is a show with Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, the guys from, obviously, the Coronado trilogy. One of my favorites. I love it. My favorite, we've talked about this before, but the Coronado trilogy, my favorite is The World's End. I absolutely love World's End. Drinking movie, big surprise. But yes, love that stuff. The Boys and The Witcher reactions will net you a lot more views. See, I'm wondering, even though I know everyone's reacted to it, if I'm going to do one or the other, it'll probably be The Witcher. Because The Witcher came out recently. More recently than The Boys, I should say. And I really am curious about it. And I know it's going to be a long time before season 2. So if I have time to do any show, it'll probably be The Witcher of the ones I've mentioned that already came out. Because, like I said, it's the newest one. Michelle probably went out for a cigarette. I did say I'd end the chat soon. So we'll probably end it soon. I know Michelle's getting tired. I'm getting tired. I've been on for 4.5 hours. So gonna finish up the chat. You guys have anything else you want to say? We almost are under double digits, so I feel like the crowd is thinning. Unbeheld, I know I said this to you before. If you're still here, you asked that question. I know you did. I'm going to do a chat to Unbeheld as the last shot, I think. Power is the top show on Starz. You have to watch the whole series in order to see why they need 4 spin-offs. Interesting. Jay Rizzo, I'm very curious. See, that might be a show. Is it worth reacting, Jay Rizzo? It probably is if it needs 4 spin-offs. But it's like one of those shows where I'm thinking like I've already seen the first 2 seasons, maybe the first 3 seasons. So it's like, do I react to like a show that I've already seen the first half? I've done it before, like Always Sunny. I just started reacting, and we're on season 14. Curb Your Enthusiasm, I just started reacting. We're on season 10. So it isn't like I haven't done it before. But there's a lot of shows like Ray Donovan we were talking about earlier just got canceled. And I'm way behind on that. I think I'm on season 3, and they're saying it's on season 7 and just got canceled. Possibly a movie to tie it all up. I'm way behind. Patty is Irish, so he has to drink. Denise said that. Rollin 666. I tried to watch Preacher 2 days ago. I need to be wooed within the first 30 minutes, and it didn't happen for me. Speaking of being wooed in the first 30 minutes, going back to Academy Award movies, when I watched Marriage Story, my parents, I had to try to get them to watch it twice. Like a month ago, I popped on Marriage Story for them. They checked it out. I went back over like 20 minutes later. They were watching something else. They said they could not get into Marriage Story. They've also they're each other's high school sweethearts and have been married for over 40 years. So they told me I can't get into it because the idea of divorce and yelling at the one you love and stuff doesn't make sense to them. It was an interesting aspect as to like how people view it, because I've never been married. I've been engaged. I have been engaged twice, but I've never been married, so I don't understand it myself either. But I understand the idea of divorce, and I understand how things can't work out. I've had I've probably had 8 or 9 serious relationships in my life. None of them have worked out. So I totally understand things not working out. So to me, Marriage Story made total sense. But I guess to a married couple that's almost in their 70s, who have been married for over 40 years, I guess stuff like that doesn't make sense to them. So as far as not relating to things or not being wooed in the first 30 minutes, I this morning was like, guys, you need to watch Marriage Story because you've seen every other. My parents are like me. They're very into movies. They watch a lot of movies. So I said, if you guys want to see all the Academy Award winners, you got to see Marriage Story because it's up for tons of nominations. So yet again, I got them into it. I walked in 30 minutes later, and they were scrolling through 30 seconds, like speeding it up on Netflix, how you could skip every 30 seconds. They were just skipping through. They didn't buy into it till Alan Arkin came in as the lawyer. Once Alan Arkin came in as the lawyer, I don't know if it's because they could relate to him because Alan Arkin is from their lifetime or not. But when Ray Liotta and Alan Arkin came in and the whole lawyer thing kind of unraveled, they jumped right in and they were on board and they watched the rest. And then at the end, my dad even said, that was actually a pretty damn good movie. But they literally gave up on it almost twice. If I didn't tell them to watch it again, they would have gave up twice and never seen the end. But they watched it in full, and they actually really did like it. But it was one of those things where they didn't want to give it a chance. They're like, I don't think I'll ever like this. And they did. Let's go back now. Oh, my God. I missed a lot again, guys. I'll keep going until I catch up on the chat. I am actually enjoying the chat. Michelle is exhausted. I don't know why. She slept all day. She said she was having she has very bad anxiety. So I guess she had like trouble with anxiety or something. So I don't know. And then she got very drunk. So maybe she's tired and drunk now. But we will catch up on the chat. I think you'll like Space. It's very nerdy. Steph, how long are the episodes? How many seasons? I think you said it was 2 seasons. How long are the episodes? I'm definitely going to react to it. It's your choice, and you get one. I've got a 30-minute episode of Inside number 9. That will blow you away. I'll wait until you're done with Life on Mars before that one, but it's awesome. Inside number 9. I've never heard that. The first thing that comes to mind when I see that is Love Potion number 9 with Sandra Bullock from maybe the 80s. It's probably the 90s. It's got to be a 90s flick. I don't think it was from that far back. But Love Potion number 9 with Sandra Bullock, that's what I'm thinking of. But what's Inside number 9? Inside number 9. Don't know it. J Skills, I don't know. But it will blow my mind. When is it from? What's it? I mean, I don't want to ruin it though. Season 1 of Preacher is a prequel to the comic. Season 1 and 2 are a little slow starting off, but pick up around the mid-season, but seasons 3 and 4 are really fast-paced. I heard good things about it. Do you have any plans on catching up to The Expanse? It's the Game of Thrones of space and arguably the best thing on television right at the moment. It takes a while to get going through, like The Wire. Unbeheld. I'm assuming by now you probably subscribed and liked. You don't have to, but if you'd want to, I enjoy your chats and I enjoy your taste. I'm doing an official shot for you because you've set it up in the chat. I see you even have more, and then I'll answer that question. But this is Unbeheld. Cheers, shot. I feel like I don't know where I'm at in this. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, Unbeheld. The Expanse. My cousin watches it. I see 1,000 reactors watching it, and 2 of my best friends say it's one of the best shows they've ever seen on television. One of my friends, who's the pickiest person on earth, but he's a huge Star Trek fan, huge Battlestar Galactica fan. Both of which I've never seen. I've never seen Battlestar Galactica, and all I've seen of Star Trek is 2 or 3 movies, 1 or 2 episodes of Next Generation, and 2 episodes of Discovery. I don't think I got to episode 3. So I am very limited with my Star Trek knowledge, and Battlestar Galactica I've never seen. One of my best friends, 2 of his favorite shows of all time, and he is now watching The Expanse and swears it's like one of the greatest things ever. My cousin, same thing. But my cousin knows my taste very well. He's younger than me by 2 years, and he himself said, I don't think you'd be into it, because he knows my likes and my dislikes. I've never been into, like, space, like, perfect example, Battlestar Galactica, Firefly, Star Trek, any of those type of shows I've never seen. I've dabbled in them, and I kind of didn't like them, so I never dove fully in. Maybe I'd like them now, because I was also a lot younger when I tried. So, but on the other side of the thing, Star Wars is my favorite sci-fi thing of all time. I don't know if you, I should have turned the light on, but if you guys can't see, and this China cabinet behind me is every Star Wars action figure ever made from the vintage collection from 1970. In my attic, I have almost every ship. Some of them are boxed. Most of them are boxed. I have figurines still in the package. Upwards of like, I had my collection evaluated, and it was worth over like $50,000. So my Star Wars collection, all vintage. I have a lot of newer stuff too, just for collectability and for my own sake. But the vintage stuff is what's worth money. It's been appraised at over like $50,000, my Star Wars collection. It is all packed up and boxed in bubble wrap and packaged, and it's ridiculous. But Star Wars is one of my favorites. You can see Vader. You see Empire Strikes Back over there. You see the Star Wars book. I have VCDs. Yes, not LCD. VCD was video compact discs. Before DVD even came out, I have the full trilogy in VCD, along with every movie. I have Vaders everywhere. I have Star Wars everywhere. Crazy stuff, guys. But never a big Star Trek guy. Like I said, I didn't hate on it. I just never watched it. I watched the first 4 seasons of Power and did not like it. I need to catch up. Wait, I watched the first 4 seasons of Power and did not like it. I need to catch up. Roland doesn't like it. There are about 5 reactors for Power. It's usually a lot of funny commentary during Power. Interesting, because what I remember from Power is it was like dark, so I'm surprised that's the case. I think Jimmy Macram is doing Power. Yes, Jimmy Macram right now is doing Banshee, which I noticed because I just did the first episode a couple weeks ago or a month ago. But Jimmy Macram is doing Banshee. I also saw, I think he's doing The Witcher. I haven't really paid attention because a lot of Jimmy Macram, I love Jimmy Macram, but a lot of the shows he's reacting to are stuff I haven't seen, so I can't really watch. I watched Jimmy Macram reactions to Power, LOL. Power started out really good. They just overstayed their welcome. It's the same stories being rehashed, kind of like Suits. Can't blame networks being greedy and keeping their bandwagon going. But that's Unbeheld. I wanted to make sure I answered your question before, so I went back. Peace, dude. Thanks for doing your thing with the live stream. Patrick O'Malley, if you're still here, have a good night. If not, then you know I would say it anyway. You too, chat. Night Patrick, see ya, Pat. I watched Jimmy 2 during Power. Oh, during Jimmy Macrum. Rollins666, I will eventually watch Preacher again. Spaced is 2 seasons, half-hour episodes, 7 episodes a season. So, Steph, maybe, even though I said it is what it is, maybe I'll watch 2 episodes. If they're half hours and I'm enjoying it, maybe I'll shoot you 2 this month. Maybe I'll give you 1 in the first 2 weeks and 1 in the second half of the month. Because although I did do Fringe, which was a double, but it's like I'm not looking at this as like, oh, well, I did this, so you owe me this. I do it because I enjoy it. Fringe, I was loving. So once I realized it was 2 episodes in one, it was like an hour and a half long, movie length, I was like, I don't care because I'm loving it. If I'm loving Spaced, I'll jump in and I'll do 2 episodes. I'll like, instead of, so in case you feel like you're getting, in case you're feeling like, hey, if I do Fringe or another show, I get more for my value or whatever. Not that you care about the money, but you know what I mean. Like, you get more of a reaction, I should say, because you see more of me. I might just do 2 because they're short 30s. We'll see, but I'm willing to bet, and you know how I am, Steph. I just throw stuff up all the time. Like, My Little Pony is on Patreon right now. If you guys didn't see, I'm literally doing My Little Pony on Patreon. I'm already up to episode 7. 1 is on YouTube, chopped up and edited, but I'm already up to episode 7. I'm doing it for the sake of curiosity, and honestly, I am enjoying it. It's one of those things where, like, if you're having a bad day, and you watch My Little Pony, you cannot help but smile and laugh. You guys might think I'm joking, or some of you might think I'm doing it because, like, it's popular and I'm doing it for views, but I literally just, it's like one of those things where, like, if you're depressed or you're having a shit day, throw on My Little Pony, and I dare you to not laugh or smile. If you're, like, a very uptight kind of person, not mocking you or anything, but if you're, like, a very serious, uptight kind of person, you won't dig it. But it's got so many pop culture references, movie references, puns galore. It's just like a fun time. So I just started doing that for the sake of doing it. So you guys see I do it all the time. Space is also an Edgar Wright joint. Definitely got to check it out. I mean, well, I'm gonna. Steph, you'll be seeing it this week. Spaced on Patreon only, though. Spaced will be popping up this week on Patreon only. But eventually, all the things on Patreon will eventually be on YouTube. It's just going to be a while. Like shows like Spaced and Fringe, it's going to be months before they pop up. Life on Mars will be on sooner than later because I'm already halfway through season 1. So stuff like that will pop up sooner than later. I watched The Runaways 1 through 3 seasons. The Handmaid's Tale, I finished. I just got tired of seeing Elizabeth Moss's face. Very unattractive. I haven't seen The Runaways, and I haven't seen Handmaid's Tale. Handmaid's Tale gets a huge amount of praise. So I don't know what the deal with that is, but The Runaways, I don't know. That sounds familiar, though, The Runaways. Is that a comic book thing? I feel like The Runaways is like an earlier comic book show, but I never saw it. I just feel like I heard of it. Funnily enough, Battlestar Galactica and The Expanse aren't really space shows. Battlestar Galactica is a political drama that happens to be in space. The Expanse is actually Game of Thrones with spaceships. You'll like it for sure. Interesting. See, I would have to agree with you simply based on the fact that when I see Battlestar Galactica, I don't think of Star Trek. Battlestar Galactica looks interesting to me. I just never got around to it. And Steph, who is still in the chat because her comment's coming up next, I'm catching up. But Steph knows this, and those of you who have been around for a while know this. In one of my live streams a half a year ago, maybe longer, I have 3 copies of Battlestar Galactica on HD DVD, the entire series, and the made-for-TV movies, or whatever the heck you want to call them. All of it's in a box set. I have it not on Blu-ray, on HD DVD. Back when HD DVD and Blu-ray were fighting over who would prevail, I bought up every HD DVD possible because I had an HD DVD player. I had 2 of them. So I thought HD DVD was going to win. In my mind, I'm like, HD is all over the place. Everything's HD, HD, HD. Why would Blu-ray win? It's only Sony. HD DVD should win because HD is everywhere. So I thought HD DVD was going to win, and it didn't. Blu-ray won, but I have hundreds of HD DVDs. And I bought up everything thinking it'd be worth money one day. So I have multiple copies still sealed in the box of Battlestar Galactica on HD DVD. Back to the chat, though. Jimmy is in the last season of Fringe. I've been watching that and Banshee. Oh, Jimmy's in. Oh, that's why. So that's the other show. He's watching Fringe. I haven't seen that and Banshee, and I literally, those were Steph's 2 reactions, and that was Steph's comment, which makes sense. So yeah, I do love both though. So I definitely will get those on YouTube and start watching them at some point. Like, see if Steph requests them as episodes, I will do them on Patreon, but they're not going to do YouTube till I actually decide, like, I'm going to do Fringe now. But I'll have a good head start because Steph and Patreon people get to see it. I liked Moss in Mad Men. Handmaid's Tale is good, but it's too rapey and hard to watch. Yeah, see, Handmaid's Tale, Handmaiden's Tale I've not watched. It's Handmaid's Tale or Handmaiden's Tale? I thought it was Handmaiden's Tale. Maybe it's Handmaid's Tale. I don't know. Interesting. Elizabeth Moss. What is she from that I would know? I haven't seen Handmaid's Tale. She's from Mad Men. Who was she in Mad Men? Was Elizabeth Moss? The only ones I remember from Mad Men are... Oh, is she the... Oh, because someone said earlier that she was unattractive. Is she the one that is from... She's in a lot of movies, but she's not very attractive. I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about now because now I'm remembering the trailer of Handmaid's Tale. What else is she in? She's a great actress, but she's not very attractive. You're right. I don't mean to be mean, but he's right. She's not the most attractive girl, but she's a phenomenal actress, and she was in Mad Men as John Hamm's receptionist and then became an advertising person. So yes, it's got to be her. I'll check out your Patreon page later as well. I'm supporting a few already. Unbeheld. No big deal if you can't. It's just, I basically threw that up there because everyone was asking me to. It seems to be working out really well. I'm upwards of I'm close to 50 patrons by now. So, being as I started it a little over 2 months ago, I'm happy to see I'm close to 50. And it more than pays for the subscription and the channel I need to pay to have the gigs uploaded and stuff like that. Like I said, guys, whatever money I make off this, I want to turn, you guys can't see, but right over here, there is a brick wall that is a fireplace. Through there is a guest room and then my master bedroom. I want to blow out the wall in my master bedroom and turn the guest room into my studio. My guest room is only used by my brother, who visits once or twice a year, and he himself said he's all about YouTube and me doing this, and he helps me with the thumbnails. He's very helpful in everything. He's the moderator, the only moderator on my stream. He set up the bot too, but he's all on board. He wants me to set up a studio so I don't have to keep doing it out of my bedroom. So he wants me to convert the guest room, and I will eventually convert the guest room. If I start making money off of Patreon, I literally have all my finances in line, and anything that is made off of Patreon is going into a separate, piggy bank, so to speak. Anything made off of YouTube from advertising and Patreon is funneled into a separate thing. All my finances from work go to one thing. All my finances from my leisurely things, like my hobbies, this is my hobby, basically. I'm not doing this as a job. I have 2 other businesses I run. This is my hobby. I love doing this. I love talking to you guys. This isn't like a chore. Like Denise said before, I just enjoy doing this. So anything I make, I will funnel back into it. And my goal is to make that guest room a studio. I want to have people have, where behind me, see how I did with the Saints thing behind me? When you guys see sports, I think Michelle went to sleep. So I'm going to focus the camera on the middle, just to show you guys that joined late. But here we go. This is going to happen, and then we're going to call it a night after this. But for now, I'm going to do this. This was for my football streams, guys. Hopefully that stays. Let me make sure that stays before I go away and it falls over. Yeah, that's good. All right. Just so you guys know, I met Michelle right before Christmas. I met Michelle. So I would do all the streams myself, and it'd be this. It'd just be me and my Saints gear, and all I did was live streams on football, regular season. 17 regular season games, 17 weeks, and then 3 weeks of playoffs, and then 1 break, and the Super Bowl. So for the last 20-plus weeks, I've been doing football. I set up my living room like this, and I was by myself. I would do every live stream by myself. Right before Christmas started, I started hanging out with Michelle. our first date was Rise of Skywalker. She's a massive Star Wars fan too. We kind of bonded over Star Wars, and our first date was Rise of Skywalker. So that is why this was originally like this. I started positioning it differently so Michelle could sit, but she went to sleep. She is probably drunk and not feeling good and tired and everything else. So there's a bunch of hidden gems. I just want to make sure I'm not missing the chat. Patty's Irish, Rollin, blah, blah, blah. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anybody. Space. Funny enough, Battlestar Galactica. Alright, so I'm up there. So anyway, I just want to make sure I'm in the chat right. So this is how I usually roll. I usually have crazy things, but I've repositioned everything. You guys get it. I'll check out blah, blah, blah. I usually follow, this is Jay Rizzo. I usually follow anyone who reacts to Vampire Diaries. That's one of my guilty favorites. Jay Rizzo, that's another one. Vampire Diaries, I watched up to a certain point, and it was one of those things, like I said, guys, I've had 9 or 10 serious relationships. So I would have certain shows I'd watch with certain people. Vampire Diaries was one of my exes, and we'd watch it all the time, and when we stopped dating, I stopped watching it. Not because I was like, I can't do this without her. I stopped watching it because she's the one that told me it was on, and when the season ended that we were watching and we broke up, I just kind of forgot about it. So Vampire Diaries is one of those shows that I am not caught up on. I'm very behind. Fringe Season 1 is the only season with extended episodes. They mention why on the Blu-ray. Something with international dealings. Season 2 and 5 are 40 to 42 minutes long each. Rollin 666, you're telling me that all the episodes of Fringe are that long? Because I was under the impression that the first episode was that long because it was the first episode. It was an hour and a half. Episode 1 of Fringe, at least the one I saw, episode 1 was 1.5 hours. Are you telling me they're all like that? Because that'd be nuts. Jay Rizzo, do you watch Geeked Out Nation? He does Vampire Diaries, I think. I never heard of Geeked Out Nation. I've heard of Geeked Out Nation. Don't watch him though. I mean, it's not that I don't like him. I just never got around them. I've just heard of them. Good night. Oh, Denis Beauty Zone left. We'll definitely check it again. I understand you with My Little Pony, but try out Enchantimals. Even better. Never heard of Enchantimals, but I'm definitely looking into that. That sounds interesting. Runaways was canceled on Marvel Hulu. Show that was canceled a few months back. Handmaid's Tale is a very good, but it's a tough watch. I usually feel like I usually feel like I've gone 5 rounds with Muhammad Ali after watching it. Steph says that too, and Steph is a woman, so it's not just men saying that. Steph says it too. I hear I don't know if you guys watch Collider, which now is no more, or is no more. At least the Collider live show is no more. Collider's still doing their thing, but I've now went over to SEN. That is Christian Harloff's channel, the guy that used to host Collider Live. And Josh McCouga and Roxy Stryer used to talk about Handmaid's Tale all the time. Never seen it, have no clue. Steph, yeah, Geeked Out Nation does The Office too. I watched The Office. I watched The Office when it aired live. So obviously I can't react to that, but great show. Oh, if you happen to watch BSG, make sure you watch the miniseries 2-parter as it's a pilot. Don't make the mistake of watching season 1 like I did and totally not understand. Unbeheld. Steph told me the same thing. She might have even said that in the comments already. But Steph told me the same thing. She said, watch the miniseries first. So I totally agree. And thank you for telling me in case I didn't know. Elizabeth Moss gets too many close-ups of her making mean face. I usually fast forward. I'm on Geeked Out Nation's Patreon. He's doing Band of Brothers, The Witcher, Buffy, Angel, and Gilmore Girls, which is my guilty pleasure, LOL. See, Buffy and Angel is another one I've never seen. Gilmore Girls, another one I haven't seen. I've seen Band of Brothers. But my brother loved Gilmore Girls. He told me that he started watching it, I think, with his girlfriend. And he was like, you'd be surprised how much you get into it. I remember Gilmore Girls on the WB. I think it was WB. But I never got around to it. She was Peggy and Mad Men. Yes, I definitely remember now. Moss was Peggy. Definitely remember. She's got a new movie coming out, The Invincible Man. I never heard of that. Steph, I usually wait for the final season of Buffy before I watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer reactions. so you want to binge them. I get it, Jay Rizzo. I've never seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Sarah Michelle Gellar, I remember growing up and it constantly being talked about. I was a 90210 guy. I don't know why, but I was really into 90210. Never watched Buffy. Moss has a super high forehead and a Scientology, so lose-lose. As far as The Expanse is concerned, it's going to be 8+ seasons now that Amazon has found their flagship show. Might be better to make it a Patreon for full reaction for easier edit and copyright strike. Do people tend to have problems with copyright unbeheld? I like simple reactions, and after show reactions, Nikki and Steve react is too annoying. I like simple reactions. Jay Rizzo, I watch him too. Haven't watched him in a while though. I stopped watching simple reactions after he finished Game of Thrones. He was one of the ones that binge watched Game of Thrones to the last season. And he did a good job. He watched like an episode a day almost towards the end of the Game of Thrones to catch up so he could watch season 8 live. And then season 8 ended up sucking. And that was nothing against him. I just like literally focused a lot on him when he was watching Game of Thrones because he was marathoning episodes a week, like 2, 3, 4 a week to catch up. That's the last time I watched Simple Reactions. But I enjoy him. He reminds me of like a younger me because I used to be clean shaven and always wore a hat. And he's like always wearing a hat and he's like a clean shaven young little dude, very skinny guy. I used to be a very skinny guy. I was on cross country track. So I ended up bulking up later. I put on weight because I started lifting weights and doing construction and stuff like that. But he reminds me of me pre-beard and lifting weights. Episode 1 of Fringe was long because it was a 2-hour pilot. That got cut by advertisement. The rest are normal hour network TV. The first season of Fringe runs 50 to 60 minutes per episode. Seasons 2. Oh, okay, now I got you wrong. All right, so the first one was a double, but the first season, 50. So they are 10 to 20 minutes longer based on episode. For Fringe, we're talking. The Expanse has a lot going on. There isn't so much gotcha moments for reactions. It's more about world building that culminates into a full circus like Game of Thrones. 10-minute edit doesn't cut it. All right. So we'll see. I'll eventually watch it because I'm interested. And like I said, everyone and their mother talks about it. Simple does The Vampire Diaries. Did you watch final season of Prison Break? Jay Rizzo loved Prison Break. One of my favorite shows of all time. I didn't watch the new one that just came out. It kind of came and went. I didn't even really hear a whole lot about it from any people. What do you think about it? I don't really know. It's one of those things where like, I never heard anyone talk about it, so I never had the memory to remember to watch it. But I've seen all of it up till it ended before the newest thing. Though an entire generation of reactors started up The Expanse and are building a following, the way a lot of channels started up with Game of Thrones. So if you want exposure, non-Patreon might be good. Maybe I'll do that then. See, Game of Thrones, I would have loved to react to. I remember, I think Nikki and Steve started with that. I think the other couple, the duo reacts with the girl and the guy that remind me of Nikki and Steve. Like, I think Nikki and Steve even gave them shout-outs to get them popular. But I think they even started with Game of Thrones. A lot of new people started Game of Thrones. I watched it since day one, so I couldn't react to it. And I know there's some people told me there's reactors that they think are lying, that watch shows that they already seen. I don't do that. There's so much to watch. Why lie? It's like even there's no way you've seen it all. If you're a reactor, there's no way you've seen it all. So like, why rewatch something you watch just for views? Unless you're all about the numbers. I do it because I love it, and I would not want to waste my time watching a show I already watched. Which show? Wait. I'm going to stop watching Nikki and Steven's Witcher reactions. I normally enjoy them, but they're being super annoying with that show. Which show? Unbeheld. She said The Witcher. Honestly, Nikki cries a lot. I feel I get what you're saying. I still watch them from time to time. Do you know who I'm watching most right now? Duo Reacts. The ones that I said remind me of Nikki and Steve. they're the ones I probably watch the most right now as far as reactors. Not counting Hogwarts and Normies. Hogwarts and Normies are doing Lost. So I will watch anybody that reacts to Lost. So Hogwarts and Normies are literally both into season 6. They're both at the end. Normies started like a year before Hogwarts reacts, but Hogwarts does 2 a week. Normies only does 1 episode a week. So Hogwarts caught up, and I think that Hogwarts might catch them by the end. Right now, Normies are at episode 9, I think, and Hogwarts tomorrow is going to start episode 1. So if they're doing 2 a week, they might literally both end at the same time. I think Hogwarts might catch them. If Hogwarts, see, the only problem is this week, Hogwarts took a break. They finished season 5 last week, and this week they didn't drop one on, they do Monday and Friday. They didn't drop one on Monday or Friday. They did a season 2 recap on Monday, and then part 2 season 2 recap on Friday. So they kind of cheat a little, but I can't mock them because I kind of do the same thing sometimes. Sometimes shows that I'm trying to catch up on, I slack off on, so I'm not going to knock them because I do the same thing. But as long as they don't stop, like right now they're doing a season 2 recap, and they did that for a full week. It's season 6. So are they going to do a season 3, 4, and 5 recap? Because if they do, they're not going to catch the Normies. But if this week they start with season 6, then we should be able to catch the Normies, and we'll get the season finale reactors of 2 major channels at the same time. I'm going to try to run through this, guys. We're down to the final 7 now, so I'm going to run through these and then call it a night. I'm going to stop about which show. I was always trying to finish the series no matter what. The Witcher stuff said. Just misread. Sorry, I'm drunk. Unbeheld. Teabag popped up in an episode of Breakout Kings. Teabag from Prison Break. See, Breakout Kings I never watched. I know the show. I definitely heard of Breakout Kings. But you're telling me, and he was the character of Teabag? That's interesting. That's from Prison Break was Teabag, and he's saying he popped up in Breakout Kings, which is another Prison Break kind of heist movie, or show. That's perfectly all right. It takes far too long to watch and edit reactions to bother faking it. Exactly. The thought of Fragile Nikki react to Banji would be priceless. She needed years of therapy. Yeah, Nikki is a ball of emotions. Nikki goes against the grain too much. I never turn on the main character if I like the series. See, Nikki I enjoy in Walking Dead. I watch some of Nikki's Walking Dead because sometimes you want to see people cry. Like sad, horrible stuff, you kind of want to see reactors. But yeah, sometimes Nikki just goes way too overboard. But it's real. I don't think she's faking it, so it's cool. Like, if you're clearly faking it, it's one thing. But I feel like Nikki's genuine, but it does get annoying sometimes. Hogwarts and Normies are almost done. Wah wah wee wah. Rollins 666. I don't know how. I'm pretty sure you're doing a Borat. Wah wah wee wah. And I'm shocked I even got that just by looking at it, because now I am pretty drunk. There's a character in The Witcher that I love, and Nikki hates him and does nothing but complain about him every time he's on screen. It got old fast. Steph, I could totally get that. She did that in another show. There was another show, I can't remember what. Steph, do you know this? Has Nikki and Steve, I know they haven't reacted to it, but did they ever mention anything about seeing the show Lost? Because I'm surprised. I would be surprised if they don't react to that soon. Because they're finishing a couple shows. If they haven't seen Lost yet, I'd be shocked if they don't react to it. Stephanie complained about Walter White. Stephanie Bedworth complained about Walter White. Normies. I don't know. Did she complain about Walter White? I don't remember. Breaking Bad wasn't one of my favorite shows. Just speaking of Breaking Bad, I thought Breaking Bad was great, but it just wasn't my cup of tea. I don't know, like certain things just don't do it for people. Like I'm not all about the drugs. Even though I love The Wire was like, to me, it was more than drugs. There was, each season was like a different crime and like a different story, and there's always like a time jump. I don't know, the fact, like, I don't know. I can't tell you. Breaking Bad was just never up there. I'm not saying it's not a good show. I loved it, but it wasn't in my top 10 for sure. Might be in my top 20, but I still think it's a good show. And Better Call Saul, I think I'd like better because I'm more into I like the character of Bob Odenkirk and the humor and everything. I don't know. I feel like I like Better Call Saul better, but I'm not knocking on it. Breaking Bad was good. Normies have, 9 episodes left? And Hogwarts has the whole season, 18 episodes? Rollins 666, you are correct. But Hogwarts does 2 a week, and Normies does 1. So that's why I said if Hogwarts starts tomorrow, which they should, and they don't bullshit and do another season recap like they did this week, they should exactly be at the season finale at the same time. Maybe that's why Hogwarts did it. Maybe Hogwarts knew, like, hey, let's skip this week, and we'll literally be right on par with matching shot for shot with the Normies when we hit the finale. I don't know. But if they did this week, they'd be 1 ahead. And if I would want to be ahead. I wouldn't want to be like 1 behind or on the same week. I'd want to be like ahead of them. I'd want to be like, we finished the finale first, even though we started a week later. So who knows? My final thoughts. Sooner or later, you might try out The Expanse. It starts slow. Good news. It gets incredibly better each season. Just takes a while. Unbeheld. I can't not give it a shot and really give it a try, even if it starts slow, because everyone talks about it. So definitely going to try it. Jay Skills, for me, Breaking Bad peaked at episode 2. It's a good show, though, yeah. Jay Rizzo, Walter White turned into Scarface. You are correct. And Unbeheld. This is the last comment I got so far. And then I'm going to call it a night, guys, because it is past 5 hours I've been on. The camera died. Past 5 hours. Those of you who are still here, I appreciate it. Most of you have been here for a while. Jay Rizzo has been in and out, but for most of the time been here. Jay Skills may have been in and out, but was most of the time. Steph was maybe the whole time. Rollin might have been here the whole time. Unbeheld jumped in when I redid the stream. I made 2 different videos, just so you know, Unbeheld. I had one going all the way. My phone fell, unplugged the charger, and died right before Best Picture. That's why this popped up, Best Picture announcement, because that's all I have left. So, just going to finish real quick. You need to watch The World of Expanse by another YouTuber called Alt Shift X. It's non-spoiler. Watch that first before watching episode 1 and actually be able to follow along the characters. All right, I'll keep it in mind, Unbeheld. Teabag from Prison Break pops up in the episode. The Bagman in Breakout Kings. I think clips of it might be on YouTube. I'll check it out. Breaking Bad was a good show. I found it in a chore to get through the last season, and I'll probably never watch it again. So Steph kind of agrees. Check you later. I think it has the same showrunner. All right, mate. Good night. Have a good night, Jay. Daniel D is still here. What's up, Daniel D? Daniel D, I noticed that did you not do Patreon this week? I'm not trying to call you out or anything. I just want to know if it was a mistake or you got an episode this week. If you didn't subscribe, it's all cool. All the love to you. But I just want to make sure it wasn't a typo, because if it is, I got to do an episode for you. So Daniel D, just let me know. Did you hold off this month? If you did, that's cool. I just want to know because I want to make sure I don't need to get you an episode of something. So let me know, Daniel, real quick. But otherwise, night, best Oscar night yet for me, and I didn't even watch it. Jay Skills, lots of love to you. Steph, Rollin, Jay Rizzo, Unbeheld, Daniel D, all of you. He did it to me. He did me. I'm just working on new payment. Daniel D, it's all cool, bro. I just want to make sure it wasn't a mistake on my part. I literally jumped on today, and I wasn't sure because it told me there was less, and I looked, and I saw you were missing. No problem. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't a typo. Do your thing, Daniel D. Love you all. Night, Jay. Talk to you in the next one. Have a good night, guys. 5 hours plus. I am tapped. I got to get something to eat. I'm now a half bottle deep. So, thanks for joining me, guys. When is the next stream? Jay Rizzo. It'll be this week. I don't know what. Daytona 500 this week. Saturday or Sunday? I think it's Sunday. Robbie's going to join me. My sister and her boyfriend, Robbie, they're going to join me. Michelle will be here. It's an early start. I think it starts like sometime in the early afternoon. So we're doing it more so to just chat and bullshit with you guys. Daytona 500 goes on for hours. But we figure that's what we kind of do anyway. We sit here for hours and bullshit and chat about movies and TV. And Daytona might be boring to see guys go around in circles, but what better thing to watch than when we're chatting with you guys? We don't really got to pay attention. If anything crazy happens, we'll let you know. So next week, I think it's Sunday, but I'm not positive. Whatever it is, Saturday or Sunday, next live stream, Daytona 500. So, good night, everyone. Like and subscribe if you didn't. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow. You'll see a notification when I post the live stream. But for now, it is goodbye, guys. I will see you later. Old man, crawl over to the phone to black because I sat in that chair for 5 hours.